Hey guys, Scott Fishman here. Today we have a really special guest. He's a member of Shinedown. They are just, hitting on all cylinders right now. 18 number ones on the mainstream rock, and then a record-breaking 19 on the active rock. Zach, for Planet Zero, I mean, how does it feel to kind of have the success so far into your career so far?
I mean, it's it when everyone always says that number, 19, and it feels like I always tell people it feels like Monopoly money. Like it feels, like it feels great, obviously, that to be around as long as we have and had to have not only maintained the success that we have, but slowly just climbed this mountain and got bigger feels amazing, man, because we look around at the people who started the race with us kind of around the same time as we did, and only a few are left, and so it makes us feel really good. It makes it I think it more importantly, I think it verifies the work that we put into it, which that's the biggest thing to us is did the work mean something, and did it obviously touch someone, and obviously it did. But yeah, it feels, I mean, I have the best job ever. There's no one in the world who has a better job than me.
Well, I was able to attend the record release, and just being immersed with the crowd and the fans and just seeing what the music means and see that resonate and the energy. I actually have the record right here for folks to
Oh
put
yeah.
up. So, hours and hours you were signing that day. Just
Yeah.
you have a tour coming up, but that kind of gives you guys a sense of why this particular record might stand out among maybe some others.
I mean, yeah, obviously subject matter wise, this record's very different. We're never, other than a song like Devour, we've never really kind of touched on social issues. It's always been more feeling based and person based, I guess. This record, we all just went through a time that was so polarizing and so, you know, misunderstood, and everyone was confused, and no one really knew what was going on. And we were being, you know you didn't know if you were being lied to, if you weren't being lied to. And it got really hairy there for a second. And it to come out of that 2 years that everyone in the world had to go through and just go, oh, here's a record about emotions, didn't feel right. I felt like we would have been lying to ourselves. I felt like we would have been lying to fans to not. You can't go through what we all just went through and not comment on it. And I think we would have been very disingenuous of us to not write a record about what we just all went through.
Mhm. And then, when I compare wrestling fans to rock fans, there's a lot of crossover. I mean, I did a column for SEScoops about the connection that music can have with wrestling. I mean, me growing up watching WWE and ECW, I just remember listening to whether it's a wrestler's entrance or a video package that has a band like Metallica or Alice in Chains or something on it. And you guys, WWE has used your music, I believe, 6 times over the years. Take me through those times, and then when you kind of find out about it, and just what kind of impact has that had in kind of getting the band out there to different audiences or
In the
building?
beginning, I didn't know that it did, but then you say, you'll go where you find it is like you'll be on a day off in whatever Albuquerque, and you'll go to a restaurant, and some obviously I look like I'm in a band, I guess, because someone will go, oh, what band are you in? And you go, oh, Shinedown. And like you would start to see all these people go, oh yeah, you guys were the Raw theme song for 2 years or whatever. So it's like it's been really cool. Our relation, we're friends with a ton of wrestlers, with WWE and all the other companies as well. And it's really cool to see, man, because the parallels between those two universes are way more similar, I think, than most people realize. And having those things, I think a I think I would go even as far to say is there's a percentage of our fans that came from that. Albeit what that percentage is, I don't know, but instead of just saying like, oh, it got us, a couple thousand people. No, I think a percentage of our global fan base has come from that, which is really cool, man. It's always really nice to, we were never the cool band. We were never on MTV. We were never on VH1. We kind of made our own cool. We kind of were a radio band that just did the work live and really gained our fans from radio and our live shows. So to have another outlet for fans to be able to get to your music is a really cool thing. And again, becoming friends with everybody over at the WWE, the corporation, and the wrestlers, and Neil Lowy, who is the guy who kind of puts all the music together for that. Me and Neil have been friends for a long time now. It's really cool, man. It's fun to go to those live events and hear your song, and be in the crowd. And I still go to the live events every time they're in town if I'm home. So
I mean, it doesn't hurt to have your band, and for 2 years, millions of people are listening, to Monday Night Raw's opening, and there you guys are. So that's pretty amazing.
oh, it's intense, man. It's you gotta think too, man. Like I don't think people realize the global audience that company and that sport has. So like like I said, the parallels are very similar. Like we weren't the cool band. You're not always the cool kid if you're watching wrestling. But it's like this kind of non-cool kids club that like comes together. Because getting to see those fans, like that's how they got to your band, is that, to me, that is cool. I appreciate that. So it's like I think there are a lot of parallels. Two of the not cool kids at the dance. And to have the audience that they have, it's a big audience, man. I don't think people realize how many people watch that stuff weekly.
Do you mentioned going to events? Do you have one in particular that really stands out?
Um, yeah, I was at one of the I think I was at one of the Raws when Hulk Hogan came back and had been away for a long time. Um, I remember going to see WCW a long time ago, one of Goldberg's first appearances when I was younger. There's been a bunch. It's I and they take care of us obviously. When we go, we're usually in the front row, which is always super fun. I'm a big shoe guy, so I remember I was there the first time Hulk Hogan came out wearing Jordans. The first time he ever wore Jordans on, so I thought that was really cool. I've been there for a lot of them. It's been really cool to see. And it's I don't really follow as much on TV anymore, just because I have two kids and I'm dadding full time. When I'm not on the road.
Understood.
Yeah, so but yeah, like when the live events come, I'll usually backtrack. I'll go to Peacock and just kind of backtrack for a couple weeks and kind of catch
Do a little
up on
binging,
whatever.
got
Yeah,
it.
whatever the arc of whatever particular wrestler or character there is, kind of catch up. But yeah, I will go to the live anytime I'm home and there's a live event. My younger brother, he's 7 years younger than me, he's super into it still. So we always go and he'll kind of catch me up on what's going on.
So, I went to one of your, I think it was Myers and Smith show, Smith and Myers show, sorry. Where
No,
it
now
was
you said it the right way. No,
where the Braun Strowman, better known as Braun Strowman, and
oh, were you at
Raquel
that
was
show?
there, and I'm just like, okay, there's, I've seen wrestlers at their shows. So what are some of the big Shinedown fans that are wrestlers? Who's come up to you that you're like, okay, you're a big Shinedown fan?
I mean, knowing that Triple H liked the band was really cool. But yeah, Jericho. I've been friends with Jericho for 15 years. Braun, Raquel, the Miz. I mean, there's a ton. When we've actually played. This is now almost 20 years ago, 16 years ago. We played the WrestleMania Chicago, the pre-event at House of Blues. They do the whole WrestleMania does the whole weekend wherever they are, and Cena came, and a bunch of other people came. So there's a very early photo of us with John Cena. Um, he looked great. We did not. This was old days for Shinedown. We weren't as healthy as we are now. Um, Yeah, and but those people always come out. Who else? We're friends with a bunch of them, man. Corbin, obviously, me and Corbin are really, really, really close. Not even through wrestling. We obviously met each other through wrestling, but we're both cooks. We both love, barbecue and cooking outdoors to the point of like we've actually discussed like doing a show together and like pitching a show to a network. So, um,
Well, that'd be
yeah,
awesome.
man, it's really cool. I got to meet Hulk Hogan one time, and he knew who Shinedown was. Whether he was lying to me or not, I don't know. But that was really cool for me because that's we were walking in Target yesterday, and my son saw the wrestling action figures, and they just did this Legends kind of remake thing, and it kind of looked like the old Hulk figures I had, and he pointed to that one, and he goes, "Who's that?" And I said, "That's Dada's favorite wrestler of all time." So it was kind of full circle for me. I think I told my wife, I'm like, I about when he turns 7, I think I'm going to let him start. I haven't let him watch it because he has a little brother 2 years younger than him, and they fight enough for my taste. So I think wrestling is just going to add more fuel to that fire. But yeah, I think next year I'm going to start maybe taking him to events so he can
Gotcha.
kind of go see it.
Well, you mentioned Jericho, of course. Fozzy, he has Judas, which has done incredibly well with the wrestling audience. Alter Bridge has had themes for Edge and now Judgment Day. Have you guys been approached over the years about doing a song for an entrance theme for someone, or is there one that you would
Yeah,
be a wrestler? You're like, okay, I want to do a theme for them.
I wanted to do Corbin's, but a lot of that stuff now, especially WWE. I don't know if it's Jim or who does the music still, but a lot of that stuff is done in house. Like they rarely let a band come in and do it. I think they let Tommy Vex sing on one time. But yeah, they're really weird about that now. Like they try to keep everything in house. Back in the day, obviously the Finger 11 Kane one, which is great. Which I'm actually talking. When is this coming out?
We're still deciding, but
Will it be out? Will it be out before Sunday?
I don't know, maybe not, probably not. Are you gonna have a
Okay.
spoiler here?
Yeah, I'm gonna give away a spoiler. If this
Okay,
comes out before,
after Sunday.
if this comes out before Sunday, just delete this part out. I have a Zoom call like this with Kane in like a couple hours because obviously Glenn is the mayor of Knoxville. He's giving our singer the key to the city on Sunday at our show.
Oh wow, Brent.
He's
Awesome.
going to present it. Brent's from Knoxville. Kane's obviously from Knoxville. So Brent has no idea. So like that's why me and our security guy are doing a Zoom call with Kane later, which is
Tell him
as
I
a
said hi.
I will as a child who grew up watching the Undertaker Kane saga. Like it's just wild to me. Like I'm friends with a million wrestlers, but like for me, like Kane, like that's like a big deal. So
We'll have this
I
come
have a
out
Zoom.
Sunday so we can bring that out there. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, yeah,
That's great.
yeah. Well, after Sunday,
After
preferably,
Sunday. Okay,
so it
perfect.
doesn't hit the media before he gets the key because he has no idea. So
Oh, it's gonna be a surprise. Oh, that's gonna be incredible.
yeah,
I love
Brent
it.
has no clue.
That's
Yeah,
amazing. One thing I'm excited about, lastly, you talk about the MTV, not being a radio band, but you guys are nominated for a VMA this year. This is gonna come out after Sunday, of course, the
yeah.
VMAs, but just to be nominated in the category, I mean, that kind of just shows you are making that move forward, it seems.
I guess. I mean, I they've nominated so many bands that weren't rock bands in that category before that what I think it is? I was joking with some of our friends that like I talk so much shit about award shows that I think that they're intentionally messing with me this year because I've always, I've gotten so much bad press for saying like I don't know if it's bad or good. I think our fans think it's good because they don't care either. But like saying that I don't care about the Grammys because honestly, and this is 100% the truth. If I got a Grammy, I'm giving it to my mom and dad. It'll never step foot in my house. I don't care. I always tell people I get a Grammy every night at 9 o'clock when I walk on stage and there's an arena full of people. Like, I don't want to be a part of a cool kids club. I don't care. I have zero interest. Um, but I like the MTV thing because the fans vote on it. So if we win, we won't. But if we win, that'll be cool. Obviously the Foo Fighters are up for it. They're gonna win. Like, come on. Like this is a no brainer. Um, but and they probably should. It's a really good video. But yeah, I don't expect to win, but if we do, that's great. But yeah, you know, in a this is the most cliche thing I've ever said. But in a category that is voted for by the fans, it is nice just to be nominated, which is the classic, you know, Oscar line, I guess. Um, you know, yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I don't care. I don't care about awards. You know, if we win, we win. I'm sure there are other people in the band who do care. I don't. Um,
Gotcha. All
you know,
right.
I get my award. People
Yeah.
listen to our band. We've touched people's lives. That's all the award I need.
And you know, you're going to be going, I mean, you were touring with Hanson, which was awesome, but now you're going
Yeah,
to be doing back with Shinedown Planet Zero tour. Just kind of what is the energy feeling like? What can fans expect as we go into this? I mean, you guys always put on an incredible show, such great energy. So what can we expect when they come to a town near you?
it's a rock show, man. There's a lot of surprises. There's a lot of pyro. There's a lot of video. And, you know, it's a really cool stage design, kind of transformer esque. Lots of stuff moves and shakes and wiggles and yeah, man. It's we're looking forward to it. You know, we're gonna change the set. We just did the arena version of this tour in the spring, which was my favorite tour we've ever done, just because the stage went all the way out into the crowd. It was the whole stage was see through. We had lights and pyro shooting up from under the stage. Um, it was a lot of fun, and we're kind of bringing as much as we can of that into the amphitheater show, which I'm really looking forward to. But it's going to be a different dimension because it's amphitheaters. Obviously, we can't put the stage all the way out into the crowd. But you know, you got us playing 2 hours. You got Jelly Roll, you know, and that guy's always high energy. You never really know what you're going to get with the Jelly Roll show. He's a wild boy, you know. So I'm really looking forward to it, man. And John Harvey, obviously, too, a new kid on the block who you know, me and Brent met on the Smith and Myers tour. He wasn't signed yet or anything, and now he's out there. He's out there doing his thing. So we're very. It's going to be a fun tour for us, and I hope everyone comes out, hangs out early, you know, tailgates and does the amphitheater style stuff. You know, I'm going to be cruising around on a scooter, you know, giving people with lawn tickets closer tickets. You know, that's just kind of what I do. So,
Love it.
you know, yeah. So be on the lookout for me on a scooter outside in the parking lot.
Looking forward to it. Thank you so much, Zach, for the time. Planet Zero out now. Catch them on tour. You won't regret it. And Daylight's, you know, listen, killing it right now on radio. Love hearing it on the radio. Planet Zero, of
Thank you.
course, and can't wait for more singles to come out from this awesome album. So thank you so much, Zach,
Thank
for
you
the
very
time.
much, man.
All right,
Appreciate it, Scott. Thanks.
take care.
Thanks, man.
Bye bye.